Our next guest is a Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter whose new CD is entitled North, and it's in stores today. Please welcome, accompanied by Steve Nieve, Elvis Costello.
These few lines I'll devote to a marvelous girl covered up in my coat. Pull it up to your chin, I'll hold you until the day will begin. Still lying in the shadows, this new flame will cast upon everything we carry from the past. You were made of every love and each regret, up until the day we met. There are no words that I'm afraid to hear unless they are goodbye, my dear. Still, I was moving very fast, but in one place. Now you speak my name and set my pulse to race. Sometimes words may tumble out, but can't eclipse the feeling when you press your fingers to my lips. I want to kiss you in a rush and whisper things to make you blush. You say, darling, hush, hush. Still, still.
Costello. It was beautiful, Elvis. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Nice to have you here. We'll be right back to chat with Mr. Costello in a couple of minutes. Come on over. Elvis, thank you very much for being back on the show. The music is just beautiful.
Thank you very much.
I mean, it's a lovely thing, just you and a piano. It's just great.
Yeah, I love performing like that.
And the power of just those two instruments is really unbelievable. It's quite nice.
Thank you very much.
Now, the last time you were... The last time you were on the show, I was not on the show. You actually
you're sitting in my chair again.
You were hosting the show, and I heard it went great.
Oh, it was really... You didn't watch it?
Did you? I was on my deathbed.
Oh. No, it was wonderful. Everybody was wonderful here. They made absolutely no allowance for the fact that I was host and musical guest.
Oh, so you had to do two things,
I had to do two things, and we rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed all day. And I was upstairs. People know now the building hit. The dressing room was on the 6th floor. And I didn't have my trousers on, and they were trying to put a microphone on me, put makeup on me. I was trying to do my tie up, and said 30 seconds to air, and then I was on, so I didn't have time to get nervous about the monologue or anything. So it was great. I really enjoyed it.
But you did get trousered, right?
Yes, I did. Well, behind the desk you can't tell.
That's right.
You know,
nobody knows.
Nobody.
Exactly. Let's talk a little bit about your relationship with Johnny Cash. You worked with him. You knew him. You were friends with him.
My friend Nick Lowe, who produced all my early records, was married to his stepdaughter, and John came to stay in the late 70s in a terraced house in London that you would never guess had a recording studio hidden in the basement. It was like The Man from U.N.C.L.E., you know.
Yeah.
And there was a recording studio, and John called a recording session for Christmas Day. And of course nobody would turn up for Christmas Day, so we did Stephen's Day, the day after Christmas, and we made a track together. He was such a lovely man. He was very generous to us. Unfortunately, the track didn't turn out so well. It was called We Ought to Be Ashamed, and if you heard it, you'd know why. but just to be in the room with the man, all the great songs he gave us, and when we went to record in Nashville in the early 80s, he had us up to the house, and you're talking about a bunch of people that had been on a 3-week drunk by that point, you know, and he and his wife June were, you know, so gracious to us and so generous. So it was, I'm really, it was sad to hear the news, but they're together, and that's the way it should be.
And also, with happier news, you're about to be married yourself.
Yes, thank you.
And tell people who you're going to be married to.
My fiancée, Diana Crowell.
Who's been on the show, and it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm a lucky boy.
Yes, beautiful voice.
And I believe that, well, Daddy-O, you know, there's congratulations to you as well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's just like it's a love fest, isn't it?
Yes, it is. What is this like now? When she's Canadian, is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah. So when you go to visit her home in, is it Toronto?
Yeah. No, she's from Nanaimo in Vancouver Island.
Oh, Vancouver. Oh,
yeah,
that's
the first time,
beautiful.
truthfully, the first time that we were seen together before people knew that we were together, we appeared on a benefit show in London. And we arrived in Toronto a couple of days later, and there was a picture, a big colour picture, from the masthead past the fold of a broadsheet paper that was bigger than the story about the impending war, which was really scary.
Yes.
I had no idea. But, you know, now we know, I can reveal why Ben and Jen broke up, because they just couldn't take the heat in the love stakes. You know, that's what it was. So they just had to break up because they couldn't compete. But, you know, it's true to say that, you know, the novelty of two musicians being together wears off after a while, and people have left us alone and been respectful, so I'm grateful.
And how did this all begin?
What all begin? Love. Isn't this a family show, David?
Yes, it is. No, how did you meet?
We met actually first at the Grammys last year, and we became friends. And I'm a very lucky man.
Good for you. And when will the marriage take place?
I can't tell you that. It's a state secret.
Really? A state secret?
It's a state secret. In fact, George was going to say it today, but he was too busy confusing countries of the world to get through there.
I see. And are you touring now?
Yes, I'm about to say. In fact, I started a world tour last night with Steve Naive. We're playing Town Hall again tomorrow night here, which is a great venue because people are right there in front of you. And these songs, as you hear, they are all in this slow, quiet mode. They're all about different facets of love, and it starts in a kind of desolate place and gets gradually more optimistic. So people really listen hard, and I'm sure as they hear the songs more, they'll get to know them. And I'm very proud of the record.
Well, you should be. What we heard here tonight was absolutely lovely. And the CD itself officially entitled North.
North.
North, all right. Good to see you again, Elvis.
Good to see you.
Thank you very much. Good luck with everything. Elvis Costello. We'll be right back, folks.